Rome, 1508.
You Giacomo.
I think that's the first time we've heard a name ever pronounced.
Upstairs.
Giacomo. You don't trust me. Immediately he's like, I don't trust you.
Don't worry. Don't keep him waiting.
Oh, the road from the house of Leonardo's friend was long, but luckily, after some time, I met a traveling merchant with extra space in his wagon and took interest in company. He took me to the gates of Rome, but when I told him what part of the city was my destination, he just shook his head. Apparently, Leonardo wasn't kidding when he mentioned the slums. Finally, I arrived at the place of our meeting. I had goosebumps just walking through the district. But as the master says, the greatest deception men suffer is that of their own options and biases. I need to give this place a chance, and I look forward to seeing Leonardo again. It's locked. Also locked. The third one.
Tell me, what do you think about all this? Giacomo, God be praised. I knew you could do it, but I was still worried. Did you bring the Chronicle?
Of course.
We were successful after all. Just as I hoped. The Chronicle records the whole history of this secret order, this Ordo Justitalis.
Never would have said that right in a million years.
Find what we are looking for, but this is immensely interesting. I should probably introduce you. Next to me stands my great friend and advisor. I owe much to him and consider him the most erudite friar in the whole clergy. Honorable Luca Bartolomeo Paciali.
Don't exaggerate, Leonardo. You underrate my brothers.
That is not my intention, but it is still my opinion. And before us is my disciple and assistant, about whom I have spoken so much. A man possibly brought to me by fate itself to help me carry the weight of my burden. Messer Giacomo Andrea de Ferrara.
I greet you, Giacomo. Please, don't blame Leonardo for his blunders.
Never say those words properly in my
He
life.
couldn't wait to read the Chronicle. I'm sure you've noticed that when he gets like this, there is no talking to him. Sit down, have a bite. You must be tired after your journey. We have a veritable feast here. Vegetables, pastries, fruit. More vegetables. Well, your master isn't the funnest person in the world, but you surely noticed that as well.
Wow.
Luca makes fun of me often, but this time I'm really not able to find out where the point is hiding. He would do better to focus on real problems.
See? Just like I said. But seriously, real problems. I'm sure Leonardo told you how, once upon a time, he met Caesar Borgia with members of a secret society. They brought fragmented plans for some strange machine and asked him to construct it for them.
Yes,
At first,
right.
he agreed, but when he found out what a terrible weapon the machine could become, he decided not to give it to them.
I
Correct.
see. There can be no more doubt. The secret society was indeed Ordo Justitalis. They also had plans for the time machine, however incomplete, because in the past they had a similar time machine, so why did they need my help?
Either way, in the end, Ordo Justitalis took the machine from the Tower of Badia Fiorentina. Shortly after Leonardo used it, and just moments after you did as well, Giacomo, when you tried to save your very life from the half-crazed Borgia who took your glove before you came to.
That's right.
I wonder what the story was with the Duke. When they came with the plans, he seemed to have a position of power within the Order, but after your escape to Florence, they didn't cooperate at all. And that's something we should thank Providence for, because until Ordo Justitalis obtains one of the gloves, they can't use the machine, even if they are able to reconstruct it.
Aha! Here, right at the end of the chronicle. But the year 1465 after Christ came. And for the order of the justice, the world was never the same. During that event, their time machine, which they'd called the Gate of the Temple of Wisdom, must have been damaged. That is why they needed my help.
So, to summarize, the Order took Leonardo's time machine, and we don't know where. Borgia took Giacomo's glove, and we don't know where. At least, we still have the one Leonardo came with, which is broken. Seriously, gentlemen, and I say this as your friend, you should start looking after your things.
That would be an excellent analysis, Luco, if not for the sarcasm and one small mistake that I will correct in a moment. But before that, could you give me the glove?
Here it is.
Wow.
Pretty, but
We haven't seen this since the first game.
Fortunately, that does not matter at all. There is one thing I haven't told you yet, my friends. When Borgia came to me all those years ago, he had not only those incomplete plans to build a time machine, but also 3 ampules with a strange liquid. I don't know where they came from, but they react to open the gate of time. Thanks to them, I can determine where the gate should take us. 1 ampule is set in each glove, and 1 in the Oculus Perpetua. Each of them, when set correctly, will allow us to jump through the gate a maximum 15 years in time. This means that if we wanted to get travel back to the original time machine in the year 1465, 45 years in the past, we would need all 3 of them.
so you insist that we need to destroy the original time machine? Completely wipe it from history? No matter the risk, no matter how hard it might be.
As long as the Order has the plans and the will to use it, mankind will never be safe from the invention. I regretted having started working on the time machine. But what do you think would have happened if I had sent them away?
I suppose they would try to find someone else? But I'm sure that nobody else would be able to finish it with such incomplete plans.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. But if not now, then what about in a year, 10 years, 1,000 years? Sooner or later, someone would do it. All it would take would be one moment of weakness and a great deal of naivety or bad intentions, and the world as we know it could cease to exist. No, my friend, trust me that there is no other way. The machine should never have been in human hands.
You are right, Leonardo. I know you have thought about it for a long time, and I trust that your decision is not made lightly. I think I can speak for the both of us when I say that we stand behind you. Well, I think it is high time that we told Giacomo the whole truth about why we met here.
All right. It is true that we don't know where the time machine is, but we know how to get the 3rd ampule because Borgia will surely keep the glove close. And we do know where he is hiding. Right there, just across the street, in the tall building.
Borgia couldn't have found a better hiding spot. No normal person would step foot in this neighborhood. Marco was rather surprised when he saw him here. Marco is the jolly man who welcomed you downstairs. He has a lot of friends around, and they learned that Borgia's hideout is very well prepared for, uninvited guests. But right next to it is a burnt pub. Perhaps it would be possible to get inside through that.
Just before you arrived, Marco informed us that Borgia left. We have a unique opportunity to get in and take the glove. Giacomo, out of all of us, you are best suited for this task. We leave it in your hands. Be careful.
Alright, here we are in the alleyway of the slums. We just had our conversation with Vinci and his friend. And we were told to infiltrate the house here as best as we can. We're back in the past. What the hell's going on in here? Oh. That's gonna catch fire and light the whole thing down. There's some cats. We're frozen in time, obviously. I don't know why we just don't pick it back up. This is locked, so we can't free the water. There we go. Exactly what we needed. Now we can free the water or whatever this liquid is. And that has changed the future. There is no more fire. Because there wasn't a fire, the place obviously didn't burn down. I don't know if there's anything else here I can really mess around with. I could still rotate this, but I doubt it'll have any value, anything of value. Yeah, no, not really. Door is locked, so there's got to be something around here that we've unlocked. What a wonderful brick wall we have here. Okay, we just climbed the chimney! I wasn't expecting that! Well, here we are, in another floor. The floors reunited with Leonardo and finally met his good old pal, Luca. After talking to them, it's clear we must try to destroy the time machine. It is simply too dangerous to risk it being used by someone unworthy. Now it's in the hands of Ordo. Can't remember how to... They pronounced it many times last time, but it's been like literally 2-3 weeks since we last played this game. An order that may have had vicious beginnings, but judging by its... Or vicious beginning, but judged by its connection to Borgai. Its virtue has long since disappeared. Fortunately, the gate is damaged. And even if they were to repair it, they can't use it without Leonardo's gloves, which were deliberately designed as a failsafe. Except that Borgi, which is the person's house who we're infiltrating right now has one of them, and it's only a matter of time before he figures out what it's good for. And if he hasn't already, according to Luca's findings, Borga has a hideout in the slums, but he's not here at the moment, so we have a unique opportunity. The only way is to gather our wits, break in, and find that glove, but I must be careful, as the place will surely be full of traps and obstacles. It wasn't easy, but I got into the house where Borgagi hides in Rome. The room in which I find myself is dominated by a large map of northern Italy, which is observantly important to him. I evidently need to proceed further, but there is no straightforward way yet. Apparently there's a map in here I didn't quite see. Ah, there it is. How could I miss it? pretty big map. Got a painting here. Take that. Coat of arms. And a letter. Dear son, I am satisfied with your leadership of the Papal army. and I am pleased to see the diplomatic skill and with which you have managed to integrate the army into French Canadian own. That will be very important in the coming days. The time for a sovereign territory ruled only by the House of Borgagi, is at hand. I heard you had some trouble using gunpowder with your mercenaries. Learn from the French. What good are alloys if we do not use them appropriately? Finally, the most important thing, how are the plans going that you gave to Master Leonardo? I understand it's a big job, but it's imperative that you have a control over the progress of his work. I don't care how you handle it, your father. So his father commissioned Borgagi here to go to Leonardo with the time machine blueprints and have Leonardo make them. Now his father, realizing what the machine does, is trying to tell him in a not direct way that he should keep close eye of Leonardo, because Leonardo, once he finds out what he's building, is probably not going to be too thrilled with what he's making, which he was not, as is evident in the past 2 games. So we have a shield here, and it looks to be like a movie projector of some sorts. The majority of the mechanism I can't seem to interact with. It's locked in place, so I can't rotate it either. Not that that would help me very much at all, and that's really all I can do with it. I can't interact with the bottom of the barrel. Which means I have this unfortunate map to take a look at. And whatever the hell this is over here. That's where the coat of arms is going to go. Great, my favorite puzzle. I don't have any real clues as to how to arrange these symbols. Oh, I see. It's much simpler than I thought it was going to be. Just match the symbol on the gear with the symbol on the map. That goes down here because light circles in the dark area. Alright, I thought this was going to be a million times worse than it actually was. Well, you know, that old saying where you speak a little too soon? But still, it's relatively simple for now. Okay, so we're back over here. Maybe not. Oh, sorry, I didn't see there's another one. Now it's in an interesting shape. That guy there. There we go. Now it goes over here. Maybe it doesn't go there. Why doesn't it go here? Goes down here. So white is black and black is white. That's what it's trying to tell me, and I clearly did not pick up on that message. Or I guess blue in this case. Black is blue and white is black. There we go. I have absolutely no idea what these things are drawing. Or even really doing, for that matter. Alright! I will gladly take that. Do I need the nails? Nope, I do not need the nails. Oh, look at that stooty spider on the cobweb. So this key obviously goes to the latch here for the lock for this trapdoor. Yoink. Give me them gloves. That's not how I thought that trapdoor was gonna open at all. It's not. Thought it opened, you know, back, not side like that, but I mean, hey, it works, right? Another contraption. There's still a contraption upstairs, the projector that I don't know how to use. And there we go. I was like, I can't pick that up. But I just didn't click on it. I tried dragging. Okay. Clearly I need some kind of paper here. Got a chest. Look at this chest. Look at this marvelous chest. Oil lamp. I don't think I have any means to light it currently. Okay, missing a piece. Yep. Anything else here? There's a staircase. What's at the staircase? Anything? Can I go in the staircase? Nope, I cannot. Maybe now I can? Nope. It's for the movie projector, if I had to guess. I don't know, maybe it might go here. Never mind, I guess it does go here. There we go. Light this fuse looking thing. Oh, it's drawing out the pattern I have to do on the machine downstairs. Cool! But I need a piece of paper. Take that. Looks like these other tools are not that important because I can't pick them up or anything. I mean, that's great. You know, that's real nice solid start, but I don't have any maps or anything that I could really use. It looks like this thing would interact here. It does. Now I can rotate this to my heart's desire. Or just until I turn it to the right position the game wants me to. Nothing happened. There seems to be something missing in the machine. Oh, hey, look at that. We need that downstairs. I guess whatever fell down is not important. Yoink. And screw that in. Perfect. Open this bad boy up. Oh, look at that. It is a piece of paper. And nothing else but sand. Wow. Alright, let me write this down real quick so I can replicate the symbol down below. Unless I ruin my notebook, that's not going to help me too much, is it? It wasn't easy. My guess was correct. I managed to mark some squares on the map, and I'm sure I'm one step closer to discovering Borgagi's secrets. And then the letter that we attached. So we got an X here, an X here. This is technically a metal sheet, by the way, not a piece of paper. If we wanted to be technical about it. We got a mark here. And then the two over here. I'm assuming that this piece of paper goes right here, or metal sheet, I should say. What is this gonna do? Okay. This is quite a complicated thing they got going on here. Switch here, but looks like I can't do anything with it. Can't do anything with that. The bellows, I could do something with that. Is that right? Now it is. I was worried that I'd go too far. What are these? Capsules? Like what? That's it. That's all I can do. Oh, I see. I was filling it up. All right. All right. For some reason. This looks like I'm missing something else before I can actually pull it. Was it really just that? Was that all I had to do? Sure enough! All right. You know what? Out of everything this thing was going to do, this was the last thing I would have guessed. All right. We did a good job. We got it right. We opened up these pipes, tubes, something. Very interesting. This room is a lot more interesting. I thought this room was going to be really boring when I saw the map. I was like, oh, no. I love how careless it was just to drop those boards. Like, all right, sure. I don't know why it was flashing up the book at me. I was trying to tell me I wrote some in it, but clearly I did not. Now I did. I guess I was just a little bit too quick for it. I went through the wall to the very well-equipped lab. I've never imagined Borgie as a great thinker, a strategist maybe, but an alchemist? Looking around the hideout, I found several inventions or parts of mechanisms that clearly show that Leonardo created them. Perhaps he used the inventions of other scholars he employed in a similar way, or maybe it just shows the depth of his deception. I keep wanting to click the X here. It brings up the main menu, which isn't helpful. Yeah, look at all this stuff. That's not what I wanted to zoom in on, but okay. I want to look at these little drawers because it looks like it just flicked the little hooks up. Rotate this any other way? Nope, that's it. Can't go up or down. Don't know what that will do, but it'll do something. How the game's like, oh, hey, you need a hint? No, I'm just looking around. Look at everything I can interact with. What can I do? So clearly I need to do something there at that table at some point. We got some scales. A lot of chemistry stuff. Or alchemist stuff, I suppose. Open this? No. Can't flick the latch. Can't do anything with this. Can't use my hands to pull it up for some reason. Again, a lot of tools here, and I have nothing to use them with. No ingredients, no nothing. And now we're upstairs. And we almost just got cut in half. That's the first trap. I managed to get up the top floor, but only managed to escape the spinning blades of a scythe at the last moment. If I was just a little slower, evidently, Boria is not joking. I should proceed with extreme caution.